This is a guide to EQ-based gating for makingascene.org, a method for reclaiming space in a mix while keeping the performance alive. Every dense mix eventually reaches a point of conflict. Multiple instruments begin fighting for the same acoustic real estate. The lead vocal needs the center of the stereo image to stay intelligible, while the guitars require width to feel powerful. This fight usually peaks during drum fills. The tom microphones catch everything from cymbal wash to snare bleed, and when those tracks stay open, the low-frequency energy turns into an indistinct, muddy parking lot. A crowded arrangement masks the details that make a song feel finished. To fix the clutter, indie artists often reach for tools that solve the problem by destroying the sound. The most common mistake is overusing static EQ. An equalizer allows you to boost or cut specific frequencies, but a static setting applies that cut to the track from the first second to the last, regardless of what is happening in the arrangement. This diagram shows the cost of a static cut. If you remove the mid-range for a vocal, that weight is gone even when the singer is silent. The instrument is left sounding skinny and hollow, robbed of its body. Amateurs also rely on old-school gating. A standard gate mutes a track the moment the volume drops below a set threshold. As you can see here, it frequently chops off the natural decay of a drum hit, creating a harsh, artificial edge. These methods fail because they are permanent solutions to temporary problems. Effective spatial management requires a system that understands priority, reacting only when a clash actually occurs. EQ-based gating replaces those blunt cuts with a dynamic architecture. It functions like a moving doorway, opening the path for a sound only when the correct conditions are met. We achieve this through a filtered detector. Instead of listening to the whole signal, the detector lens locks on to the low-mid punch, ignoring high-frequency cymbal bleed. It then triggers a precise envelope, opening for the strike and following with a gradual release. This preservation of the decay is vital. It keeps the emotional payoff of the drum fill intact, ensuring the kit sounds like a living instrument rather than a series of robotic samples. By teaching the software what to care about, the mix becomes cleaner. You move away from simple muting toward an intelligent, contextual-aware workflow. These concepts also apply to melodic instruments through dynamic EQ. Dynamic EQ is a processor that only applies an EQ cut when a specific frequency range crosses a volume threshold, acting as a stage manager for the mix. Tape a common conflict: a strummed acoustic guitar and a lead vocal. Both instruments occupy the same mid-range frequencies, which often results in the guitar masking the singer's lyrics. We use the vocal as a trigger. The guitar's frequency curve dips down to create a lane only when the vocal waveform is present. Once the singer stops, the guitar returns to full strength, stepping back only to prevent a clash. This creates a system where every layer has a specific moment to be the priority. The mix breathes, because its components are taking turns, being the center of attention. Mastering these techniques moves the gate out of cleanup and into the production process. You are actively shaping the density and timing of the performance. High-end mixes rely on gradients. By using soft expansion and frequency-specific ducking instead of hard on-off switches, you maintain the organic life of the recording while removing the clutter. You can execute these moves using budget-friendly or stock plugins. Most modern DAWs include gates with sidechain filtering, a feature that allows the gate's detector to listen to a different signal or a filtered version of the track. The final sound is determined by these deliberate decisions. Professional results are the product of technical intent, not the cost of your software. For the independent artist, time is the ultimate margin for success. Workflows that solve problems quickly and accurately allow you to spend more energy on the creative side of the project. Building intentional, clean mixes in your own studio reduces your reliance on outside engineers and commercial spaces. It puts the control of the final product back into your hands. When a mix has clear spatial priority, it translates more effectively to streaming platforms. This technical polish gives your music a fair chance to compete against major label productions. Mastering your mix's architecture is a path toward creative independence. It provides the technical leverage needed to produce professional work on your own terms. For more resources, visit makingascene.org.